1 month into a fentanyl emergency declared by the state of Oregon, Multnomah County and the city of Portland asking what is actually being done.
And today we heard for the first time from each government leader about what they're doing to address the fentanyl crisis as they try to work together. And it actually now includes closing 2 bottle return locations downtown. Brandon Thompson has been tracking this since the beginning right now. And you're starting to follow the progress they're made. What is an update on this?
Well, really, the outreach and the bottle locations are the 2 big things that they could point to today. Otherwise, they say it's a lot of communication. We're really trying to figure out what is changing to address this fentanyl emergency, because it has been 80 days since Governor Kotek took the stage at the Oregon Leadership Conference saying she will declare a state of emergency. 30 days ago, Mayor Ted Wheeler and Chair Jessica Vega Peterson actually did it. In the months since, we estimate, based on 2023's trends, more than 100 people have died from a fentanyl-related overdose in Oregon. So what have they done? Well, there have been those 10 coordinated outreach missions and the 2 bottle return locations that have closed. Some community leaders have been clear on the fentanyl emergency.
Collaboration can't be the primary outcome.
But still, when we heard from the tri-government leaders for the first time today, we learned what the goal was. What actions have been taken in the last 30 days part of this emergency?
The goal of this emergency is to coordinate the effort and build a common strategy so we can augment those results and we can start driving down the drug addiction issues that we're seeing on the streets of Portland.
Myers did say the coordination will help with resources, data collection, and finding gaps in helping people out of addiction. His biggest impression so far, 7 suspected dealers arrested. KOIN 6 was the only news organization with PPB when 3 of those were taken into custody.
There is an intent for us to figure out the problem here and to move drug users and distributors to get arrested and go to jail, and users who are addicted that need treatment services.
The services have come to fruition from coordinated outreach missions with service providers, PPB, and Oregon State Police, conducting 10 missions so far since December. And what would you need to make outreach more effective or more widespread throughout the city or the state?
I mean, I think it's a scalable model, right? And I think the important part of what we're doing right now is we're building at a pace where we can coordinate on a regular basis. We can utilize services that are available on a regular basis.
The bottle returns that are closing are in downtown at the Safeway and Plaid Pantry where the fentanyl arrests occurred. Myers says it's intended to interrupt a cycle police have noticed of bottles returned for cash, then that cash going to buy fentanyl. The team acknowledges there's a chance closing these sends people to another part of the city.
This will naturally move around. When we show up, it will move. We know, so I'm not telling you it won't. I'm sure it will, and part of Sergeant Ciota's job is to track that and analyze it, and that's why we meet every morning.
So the green bag bottle drop program will not be affected by this closure. There will be a dashboard with public health and other data posted online from this declaration. Now, Dr. Vine says her personal hope is that in 1 year's time, the community will start to see these addiction trends heading in a positive direction.
Okay, they're just saying, let's be patient. We're making the changes. It doesn't come overnight, but you will see changes.
Yeah, they're trying to make a short-term or use this short-term window to make a long-term plan that will go past these 90 days.
Thanks, Brandon.